My name is António Salgado. I am a team leader at the Life and Health Sciences Research Institute at the School of Medicine at the University of Minho. And my team basically focuses its work on developing new strategies to impact central nervous system regeneration. Whenever I need to communicate or to talk about the use of animals in research, I firstly used to say that we only use animals in our work in laboratories when we are absolutely sure that we need to do so. I also like to emphasize that nowadays there are a number of in vitro models ranging from 2D to 3D, mainly on organoids, and those organoids can be assembled from human cells that can be very valid alternatives to animal research and actually allow us to test a number of these different conditions that when we progress to animal research, we will only need to use a very small number of animals compared to what used to be needed before those kind of models actually appeared. Besides that, I also always like to stress out that although sometimes we do need to use animal models in our research, this is actually extremely important because they can give us information that even the most advanced in vitro 3D organoid-based models can't, because they are not a living organism, and in fact allow us to predict, for instance in our work, whether a strategy that we have developed thinking on targeting a certain disease of the central nervous system, such as Parkinson or spinal cord injury, actually can be valid and eventually can be translated in humans. And unfortunately, the current advances on 3D cell-based organoid-based models do not allow to do it. So I always like to say that animal research is in fact still currently needed, although with the advances that we had in the last years, actually we were able to largely reduce the number of animals that we need to use to develop our work in the laboratory. It's extremely important to support initiatives such as Board 23. I do think that it's very important to establish a close relationship between the work that is done in academia and the society, and mainly promote an open communication between academia and society regarding the work that is developed in laboratories, mainly how animal work is done, and mainly which stages lead us to its use, as well as which kind of rules we have to obey, and of course which kind of committees actually do read our proposals before we actually start to work on animal models. That is extremely important because it can show to the public in general that in fact we do need to follow a number of steps, a number of procedures that are very tightly regulated and actually have always one thing in mind, which is the welfare of the animals that are used in these experiments.